Coach, thank you for joining us on the call today. If you would take a minute to tie up the win against Tulsa, maybe a word or two about Jacoby's performance and that maybe of your defense, and then we expect to see Saturday as you take on SMU back at home, please.
Well, I thought we played against Tulsa. I thought we played a very solid football game, offensively, defensively, and special teams. And, we got a chance to get a bunch of players in there and get some action, which I think is always good this time of year as far as for your locker room morale and also for injuries and all that. So it worked out well. And as far as Jacoby was concerned, I think he had 4 breakups. He really is a very solid corner, both in the pass game and run game, and he's fairly consistent every game. And I think this one he got a great jump on the ball and a number of plays, and he came up with some great knockbacks as far as with the ball is concerned and breakups. So again, he surely deserves the Player of the Week as far as the conference is concerned.
Maybe a word or two about SMU, Coach, if you would.
Yeah, well, obviously it's it's Senior Day here at our place. Last time that the seniors will be on the Bright House grounds as far as the field's concerned. So it's a big game for us, and anytime it's Senior Day, I think there's a lot of emotion involved there. And again, it's been a good senior class for us, involved in a lot of wins in this program. And again, it's something that's a conference game. So again, they're very important in the program. And again, we're practicing to win. That's what we do here. And I think basically, we're in the hunt as far as the conference is concerned, and the players understand that. So every conference game is very important. And I think the attraction of that Senior Day, I think, is big. But I thought SMU watching this year, they've had some tough luck. But I thought Saturday's game there, they played well. They really did. I think the addition of that new quarterback, number 4, Davis, I think really adds a lot to their offense. And they've always been pretty salty on defense. And so again, we anticipate a good game, and we got to go out and just do what we have to get done as far as last game at home for our seniors.
Take questions for Coach O'Leary, please. *1 on your telephone to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
We'll take Dan Tortora of Dan Tortora Broadcast Media.
Hey, Coach. How you doing today?
Doing fine, Dan.
Senior Day that you brought up against SMU coming up, just to go a little bit more into your seniors and just, guys in this class that you really are remembering on this day, if you can kind of go down the line a little bit and talk about some of the growth that some of the guys have had.
Well, there's 21 of them. I'll be here all afternoon, but
yeah.
I think the big thing is, defensively you have obviously Terrence Plummer and Clayton Gathers and, Brandon Alexander and, I think Mamea. There aren't many seniors on the defensive side of the ball, mostly a bunch of juniors and sophomores. So, but the ones out there have done a great job leadership, and and they continually bring their A game each and every week, which I think is important from a leadership standpoint. So I've been very proud of them. And then on offense, really the receiver core, J.J. Ward and Josh Reese are the seniors. The offensive line, of course, is Wilson as far as what's going on there. So we have about 21, but only about nine of them total probably start. The rest of them help us out on special teams in those areas. So it's been a good group of kids. They've had a lot of wins here in the program throughout the years here, and they take great pride in the culture that has been developed as far as attacking each game and playing with great effort. So I'm very proud of the senior class, both academically and athletically, and I think they've done what student athletes should do, is be good at both, and I'm very proud of them that way.
And then as far as Dontravius Wilson and what you've been able to see from him, obviously you had a pretty successful game in your last competition, but with all the conversation being on stand back for the majority of the season, just how you've seen Wilson kind of show himself late in the season right now.
Well, I think Dontravius was nicked up a little bit earlier there. That's why, Standback was getting a lot more reps. But I was pleased with Micah Reed, the third tailback, went in, did a really good job running the ball. And I was happy to see that, get him some playing time out there. But Dontravius has done a good job as far as low center of gravity and makes quick cuts and has good vision inside the tackle box. And, he needs to continue doing that and stay healthy. That's the big thing. And but again, we have a little more depth, and I think Micah Reed needs to see some turns now back there too. I like to roll the backs if we can, and I think that's what we'll continue to do throughout the next 3 games.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Okay.
We'll go next to Phil Stukenborg of Memphis Commercial Appeal.
Coach, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you up there?
Not bad. I was going to ask you a little bit, kind of take you back a year when you played this Memphis team and you were walking off the field. What do you recall just about how they played against your team that ended up winning the test?
Well, I don't know if that helped us, but I do think they deserved to win that day. We got very fortunate. I think we scored 2 touchdowns in 9 seconds. You don't do that very often in college football, so we were very fortunate. But I said last May, I thought at the media thing, I thought Memphis, would be a good football team back. I thought they have good athletes there, and it's a shame we don't play them. I'd love to play them and stuff this year, but we don't play them. And they've done a good job coaching, and I think it doesn't surprise me that they're winning. I called that last May that I thought they were going to be a very good football team.
And is every rebuilding job unique? I mean, Memphis is obviously, I guess, was different than what you did to get UCF back on its feet.
Well, I think it's inches instead of yards that you're stepping, and I think you just got to understand. But the key is recruiting. You got to get players, and then build a culture of winning. That that have a passion and sense of urgency in getting things done correctly. And I think obviously they have that done there. And I think that I've caught a lot of their games because of watching tape on people that were going to play that they played, and they're just in the right position. They got a lot of athleticism on their field in both defense and offense, and again, I think they've done it the right way. They're building from the front back, and I think that's where the game starts. And they got stout defensive linemen. The offensive lines protect them well, and they got some skilled kids that can make plays and make the people miss. So again, I think they're doing it the right way, and I think they're in a great region for recruiting. They get a bunch of kids there that a lot of SEC country that and they'll continue to do that when they win like that. They'll get the right kids there, and there's no question. I think Memphis will be someone to reckon with throughout the years in the conference.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Coach, we thank you for the time today. We look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
Thank you very much.